Top 10 sedans in the world 2026. Number 10, 2026 Rolls Royce Ghost. Kicking off the list is the 2026 Rolls Royce Ghost, a sedan that proves luxury isn't about speed records. It's about making life feel quieter, softer, and somehow more important. At around 217 inches long, the Ghost has that long, confident shape that makes other cars look like they're trying too hard. And yes, the doors are the famous rear hinge coach doors, because Rolls doesn't do normal entrances, it does grand entrances. Under the hood is a 6.75L twin-turbo V12, delivering effortless power in the most Rolls-Royce way possible. No drama, no strain, just a smooth wave that makes highways feel shorter. But the real flex is inside. Hand-finished wood and metal, deep pile carpets, and a cabin so quiet it feels like someone hit a mute button on the outside world. The Ghost is basically a private room that happens to move. Estimated price, $360,000 plus. And if you think this is peak luxury already, wait until the next car, because it takes the executive idea and turns it into a lifestyle. Number 9, 2026 Mercedes-Maybach S-Class. Next up is the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach S-Class, the sedan that looks at a regular S-Class and says nice. Now, make it untouchable. At roughly 215 inches long in long wheelbase form, it's built around one mission: rear seat dominance. This isn't the car you buy to drive yourself everywhere. This is the car you buy when your schedule is too valuable for traffic stress. Power usually comes from a twin-turbo V8 in many markets, with a V12 available in certain regions, but nobody buys a Maybach just to talk horsepower. They buy it for the experience. Executive rear seating, ultra-premium leather, serious sound insulation, and the type of comfort features that make the back seat feel like the front row of a private jet. The Maybach is luxury with a corporate suit on, polished, perfect, and quietly intimidating. Estimated price, $250,000 plus. But if you want luxury with more soul and craftsmanship you can feel in every detail, the next car speaks fluent handcrafted. Number 8, 2026 Bentley Flying Spur. Then there's the 2026 Bentley Flying Spur, the sedan that proves you can have old-world craftsmanship without giving up modern performance. At around 209 inches long, it's elegant, wide-shouldered, and has that private club membership presence, like it's been invited to places most cars will never see. Bentley's Flying Spur range typically focuses on powerful V8 and hybrid configurations depending on market and trim, but the point isn't which engine badge you choose. The point is how the car makes speed feel expensive. You don't accelerate like you're racing. You accelerate like you're late to something important. Inside is where Bentley separates itself. Quilted leather that looks tailored, real wood and metal, and details so rich you'll catch yourself staring at the air vents like they're jewelry. The Flying Spur feels like it was built by artisans who also happen to understand how to make a sedan move like a missile in silence. Estimated price, $230,000 plus. And speaking of legendary names, next is the sedan that basically invented the modern luxury benchmark. Number 7, 2026 Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Coming in next is the 2026 Mercedes-Benz S-Class, the sedan that other sedans keep chasing like it's the final boss of luxury. At roughly 208 inches, it has that clean, authoritative silhouette that says top floor without needing to explain anything. The S-Class offers a range of powertrains across markets, typically smooth turbocharged engines, strong electrified options, and AMG variants for those who want their luxury with extra bite. But the reason the S-Class stays iconic is the way it feels. The cabin is calm, the ride is composed, and the whole car has that engineered comfort vibe where every input feels refined. The tech is modern and impressive, but it's integrated in a way that feels natural instead of gimmicky. It's the sedan you choose when you want luxury that doesn't need excuses. Estimated price, $120,000 plus. But if the S-Class is the benchmark, the next car is BMW's answer. And it's not trying to be subtle about it. Number 6, 2026 BMW 7 Series, 2026 BMW i7. Next up is the 2026 BMW 7 Series and i7, the flagship that turns luxury into a full production. At around 212 inches long, it's big, bold, and designed to be recognized instantly. Love it or hate it, you notice it. BMW didn't build this car to quietly fit in at the valet. They built it to be the car that makes people ask, what is that? You've got gas and electrified options in the 7 Series lineup, while the i7 adds that EV smoothness, instant response, near silent movement, and that gliding through the city feel. Inside is where the 7 Series becomes a luxury content machine. Ambient lighting, premium materials, and available rear seat features like a massive theater-style display setup that turns the back seat into a lounge. This is luxury for people who want the future now. Estimated price, $100,000 plus $110,000 plus. But if you want something more understated, luxury that whispers instead of shouts, the next sedan is the quiet executive that never begs for attention. Number 5, 2026 Audi A8. Sliding in next is the 2026 Audi A8, the sedan for people who want power and prestige without the performance theater vibe. At around 208 inches long, it's sleek, clean, and low-key in a way that feels expensive, like a perfectly tailored outfit with no visible logo. Yet everyone still knows the quality. In many markets, 8 configurations are built around a refined turbocharged V6 and advanced drivetrain tech to keep the ride smooth and confident. But what really sells the A8 is its composure. The cabin feels like an executive office, quiet, minimalist, and precise. Controls feel deliberate, materials feel premium, and the whole experience is tuned to reduce stress. It's the kind of sedan that makes long drives feel shorter because you're so isolated from noise and chaos. The A8 is luxury that doesn't perform for the crowd, it performs for the owner. Estimated price, $95,000 plus. But if you want luxury that doesn't just calm you, luxury that wakes you up, the next car brings sports car DNA to the sedan world. Number 4, 2026 Porsche Panamera. Now for the sedan that refuses to accept the idea that luxury means soft and sleepy. The 2026 Porsche Panamera. At roughly 198, 202 inches, depending on the configuration, it sits lower and sleeker than most flagships because it's not trying to be a rolling living room. It's trying to be a Porsche first and a luxury sedan second. The Panamera lineup often includes powerful turbo V6, V8, and hybrid performance variants depending on trim and market, giving you everything from executive speed to genuinely shocking acceleration. But the real reason the Panamera is here is the feel. Steering that talks, handling that stays composed, and a driving position that makes you want to take the long way home even when you're tired. Inside is premium and driver-focused, less floating couch, more high-end cockpit. It's a sedan for someone who wants luxury but refuses to retire from fun. Estimated price, $110,000 plus. And after that kind of energy, the next car flips the script with quiet confidence and value that surprises people. Number 3, 2026 Genesis G90. Next is the 2026 Genesis G90, the sedan that shows up to the flagship party and somehow doesn't act like the new guy. At around 207 inches long, it has real presence, elegant proportions, premium detailing, and a design that looks expensive even if someone doesn't recognize the badge immediately. Power in many G90 versions centers around a smooth, refined twin-turbo V6, tuned more for effortless luxury than loud performance. But step inside, and that's where the G90 starts stealing attention. High-end materials, clean design, and comfort features that make it feel like a true flagship. It's the kind of cabin where you start touching everything, because everything feels soft, solid, and expensive. The G90's biggest flex is that it offers a top-tier experience without copying anyone's homework. It feels like a thoughtful alternative to the usual picks. Estimated price, $95,000 plus. But if Genesis is the smart luxury challenger, the next sedan is the calm master of reliability meets prestige, the one built for people who want peace and quiet as a daily feature. Number 2, 2026 Lexus LS 500. Then we have the 2026 Lexus LS 500, a sedan that proves luxury doesn't have to be loud to be serious. At around 206 inches long, it's built to glide, designed for the kind of owner who values calm, comfort, and long-term quality over showing off. Most LS 500 models use a twin-turbo V6, delivering smooth, refined power that matches the car's personality. Confident, not chaotic. Inside, Lexus leans into craftsmanship, materials that feel carefully chosen, build quality that feels tight and lasting, and an overall atmosphere that's more high-end sanctuary than tech demo. The LS is the sedan you buy when you want the luxury to still feel solid years from now, not just impressive on day one. It's effortless in the best way. Estimated price, $82,000 plus. But if you've been thinking this list is all about quiet and comfort, the number one car is here to remind you that luxury can still come with a pulse and a supercharged attitude. Number 1, 2026 Cadillac CT5 V Blackwing. Closing the list is the 2026 Cadillac CT5 V Blackwing, the sedan that proves a luxury badge doesn't have to come with a personality filter. At about 193 inches long, it's smaller than the ultra flagship giants, yet it brings more raw emotion than some cars twice its price. The headline is the Supercharged 6.2L V8, delivering the kind of acceleration that turns normal roads into this feels illegal moments. But the twist is it still works as luxury. Comfortable seating, premium materials, and a cabin that doesn't feel like you're sacrificing daily usability just to have fun. The Blackwing is for the person who wants a sedan that makes every drive feel like something is about to happen. It's not the quietest car here, and that's exactly the point. Estimated price, $95,000 plus. If you could pick only one sedan from this list for all of 2026, would you choose the one with the most prestige, the smoothest ride, or the one that makes you smile every time you press the pedal?